Alright, so I used quite a bunch of this mulch for my fruit trees. You can see now my fruit trees have a bunch of mulch. You see, this is a Japanese plum tree. You see the mulch, it's a thick layer of mulch. Even this one is a cherry tree. See, look at the cherries. Look at all the cherries. And it's a very young tree. And it's only supposed to be fruiting in maybe another 2 years, but this is already fruiting. That shows how healthy the tree is. This tree is very healthy because of all this organic things I put. And mulch, decomposed mulch that you get from like landfill for free is one of the best things you can have for your soil because it has a lot of humus. And humus is excellent for enrichment of soil. So that is a cherry tree with a lot of mulch just like that. All of them have drip irrigation. You see, this is a flag dripper. It's about 1 or 2 gallons an hour, and so it is. So the bigger the tree you have, the more bigger size you can get. These flag drippers are supposed to be high volume output. This is for rainwater, so all the rainwater is getting dripped for those. So you can install things like that for your fruit trees. And you can see I put landscape fabric all the way because it was a lot of weeds growing, and I do organic things, so I don't use any weed killers. So I put barrier about 200 feet. You can see about 200 feet I have the weed barrier. This is a high quality, good quality stuff. This weed barrier is not the flimsy kind. It lasts for many years. And then I put the mulch that I got. So this mulch has a lot of nutrients which will decompose into the fabric, go seep into the soil. Gradually it will be a slow release, so it will help. These are thornless blackberries. You can see these are thornless blackberry, and it will climb on this chain link fence I have here. It is also have drip irrigation. You see the dripper, you can adjust on the top like that, and that's how you can adjust the water volume. If you want more water, depending on the age of the plant, you can do it. And it's all connected through the small hose. See the small hose that goes into the bigger hose. It is like this. So that's the backbone, and this is a flexible tubing, 3x4 flexible tubing, takes up to 100 psi. This drip irrigation is coming at a very low psi, like 30 psi or so. So because drip irrigation doesn't need much pressure, it doesn't depend on much pressure. It's just a low pressure is good enough for drip irrigation. Actually, that's better, so your drippers don't get too much pressure. It can break the drippers. So that's the dripper going to the backbone, 3x4 inch all the way. And this is what I'm using throughout my yard here for all the drip irrigation. All the trees you see, all of them are drip irrigated using rainwater. That is raspberry. You see here, that's raspberry. You see, so that will fruit very soon because it's just getting good organic things. So I put like maybe a 1 feet thick mulch here, so it'll retain moisture. When the rainwater comes, it'll retain the moisture. You can see the dripper. It has 2 dripper, but I can put another little plant like a flower pot or something here, a flowering plant. There's also a thornless blackberry. It's a little small baby one, also has a dripper. So you can see I have put drippers all along, and you punch a hole into the tube and you put that nipple that connects to the dripper. So you just punch a hole. It's a little baby snail. You see the snail? The little snail there. Yeah, so you punch a hole into the main pipe, the flexible tubing, and then you have a small tube for drip irrigation that comes onto the dripper. This dripper is adjustable using that knob, and the water comes from the top, from here. So that's how it is. So I can put plant more plants in between here. That's why I have drippers every 6-7 feet. You see, all these drippers is going to help me plant more things along this line. And this is muscadines. You can see the muscadines and scuffenongs. There's two different varieties of grapes growing here. Also has a drip irrigation right there. That's the root. That's the main stalk. And there's a drip irrigation right there for that. You can see it's thriving very well on the fence. And then I have this one. It's also scuffenong. So it's like two different varieties of grapes intertwining each other. So when they fruit, you get two different varieties of grapes almost from the similar area. So it'll be like beautiful having multiple different varieties of grapes intertwined. You can see how dense they are. Yeah, so they're looking good. They're looking good. Yeah, and this is a little flowering plant. I forgot the name. If anybody knows, just comment below. So it's like a white flower, something like that. Another raspberry here growing. You see, another raspberry growing with a drip. It's doing well. So yeah, it's about 200 feet long. I have set it up, so I can plant many more things here along this fence line, and the fence will act like a support for it to grow. Let me see. It's quite a bit. And the rainwater, like you know, comes from, I'll show you. I'll show you where the rainwater. First I'll show you the piping that splits out into different areas. Blueberries are doing good. Look at the blueberries. You see? Beautiful blueberries. Yeah. Yeah. They're doing very well. You see? And look at the grapes. The grapes are doing great. You see? All the grapes growing very well. These are very hybrid grapes, so they fruit very fast. So these grapes are doing very, very well. You see? Yeah. That's my ginger. You see ginger? That's how ginger looks like. That's ginger. This is my vermicompost. All my kitchen waste, everything goes in here. It has earthworms. That's why it's called vermicompost. It has holes so that the worms can go in and out to irrigate my raised garden. It all has drippers. You see the drippers? They're all doing good. So that's how it looks. They're doing very good. Yeah. So all these grapes are growing very well. This is mint. You see mint? That's mint coming from the side of this. Alright, so this is my manifest here that goes in the different directions. You see, that's a manifold. That's a manifold I use. Rigged it up like this. It has timer for the drip irrigation. It has a filter for the drip irrigation, and then it goes all the way to the area I was showing you. So pretty much that's how I set it up. with timer and everything. And this filter is important so that the rainwater, if there is something in the rainwater like sediments and stuff, it will get filtered away from the drippers, so drippers don't get clogged up. So that's the setup. That's the manifold that splits out to different areas of the yard. All right, so now let's go and see how our my car. That is yeah, it's a car. My car is amazing. That's a Prius. It ran over a tree. Almost looked like a tree ran over the car, but it works very well. So that is the rainwater harvesting I have. Comes from different sections of the roof. You see? Comes from the different sections. Hey, can you get? Comes from different sections of the roof. So you have like 3 roof here. Garage roof here. And this kitchen roof. And then that one that is almost like a living room area. So all these 3 roofs are producing a lot of water. That is a sediment filter. The water goes to there, settles down, and I get the water from the top. I don't get water from the bottom. Bottom is for cleanup. Whenever I want to clean, I just turn this on. You see, I turn this on like this, and you see how much dirty water is coming out? Yeah. See a lot of dirty water coming out. So that's how I do it. That is how I clean my sediment filter, so that all the sediment stays here. I don't have to clean the cistern as much. This is 1100 gallon cistern. You see? But 1100 gallon cistern, I don't want to clean this much, that much, because it's too big to clean. That's why I have the sediment filter set up to so all the sediments goes here. Whatever sediments comes from the roof will settle on the bottom. I can rinse it out from here once a month. Good water comes from the top into here, goes back here. So the water that I'm getting out is all settled and only comes from the top. That's why this cistern has clean water, clean enough for my drip irrigation. And I can see the level here of the water. That's my level. That's how I know. So it's looking good. Yep, that's how I have everything set up here already. Okay, kitty, how's it going? All right.